Should you pull for Neon? Her role is going to be a magic attacker / imperil enchant. Her notable attacks, we're going to start with her skill 1. It is 6 HP dumps, it is instant turn rate, and it inflicts 2 levels of her debuff, Fires of Rage, for 6 turns. What that debuff does, it lowers the enemy's fire resist, and if the level of the Fires of Rage debuff is 6 or more, whoever's attacking them will do rainbow damage. It lowers by 1 level if the party or the enemy attacks. Inferno, her skill 2, it is 4 split HP attacks. It grants Fiend of Fire for 8 turns, and it also inflicts 3 levels of Fires of Rage for 6 turns. Sword of Fury, her EX, it is 5 split HP attacks, instant turn rate. It inflicts 4 levels of Fires of Rage for 6 turns, and it also grants 2 free ability uses. Fiend of Fire, her LD, it is 6 HP dumps. It inflicts 10 levels of Fires of Rage for 6 turns. By the way, 10 levels, that's the max. So whenever you use this LD, you're going to be inflicting Fires of Rage at the max level. Fire Enchant All, her C65. I don't mention C65 a lot because a lot of time it's kind of useless. But in this case, it is useful because it lasts 7 turns and it is also Party Fire Enchant. Firebringer, her BT, it is a whopping 10 beautiful turns, and it is true Party Fire Enchant. While her 665 does regular Party Fire Enchant, Firebringer, her BT effect, does true Party Fire Enchant. There's a clear difference between the two. Fires of Rage level also will not decrease on party turn. Let's go to her force conditions. She has 3 of them. Plus 20% when anyone is using a fire ability, plus 30% when dealing at least 9,999 brave damage in 1 single hit. It doesn't have to be continual 9,999. It just has to be 1 single hit, and then a final 20% when attacking a level debuff target. If you guys recall, Fires of Rage, her debuff is indeed level. Let's go to her pros. Neon is a wonderful jack of all trades. If you need someone who can fill a lot of roles, not only does she have great damage, as you guys have seen, she has great utility with her rainbow damage and also imperil enchant. She can act as a good substitute anytime. She's a strong attacker. She has strong damage. If you wanted her to be your main attacker, which is what I actually briefly did in JP back when Neon was really my only DPS unit. And if your roster isn't that quite built yet and you need someone who can do good damage for you, Neon's a great choice. I do think Neon is actually very strong I do think that you should consider getting her because she fills so many roles. Consistent rainbow damage with her BT effect. So as long as the enemy doesn't take turns, you're going to be doing rainbow damage. Isn't that wonderful? I also want to talk about this. I think it's awesome that they gave her 10 turns of a BT effect. Her FR conditions are very easy, especially if you have Neon's entire kit. If you have the BT effect, you have the LD. She's going to help your entire party fulfill those conditions very easily. When using a fire ability, her party enchant takes care of that. When dealing at least 9,999 brave, her rainbow damage takes care of that. And when attacking a level debuff target, essentially all of her skills inflict that level debuff. She does all of her conditions herself. It makes her FR very accessible no matter who is in the team. She can even bypass lockouts to where Neon's rainbow damage, not only are you going to be able to bypass that, you're also still going to be doing max damage, which makes her even more versatile. True Party Fire Enchant, of course, overrides other elements, which makes her essentially be able to fit with any team, really. Any team, no matter defensive or offensive, she's gonna find some sort of use in any team you put her. And again, I can't stress enough how versatile Neon is as a unit. I've been gushing on her too much. Let's get to her cons. She has nothing for defense or healing specific. Despite being very versatile, when it comes to defense or healing your party, you'll have to find someone else. That being said, it's not hard to find people who can fulfill that role. You know, Warrior of Light just came. I think he works perfectly with Neon. Garnet also just came. She works fantastically with Neon. Essentially, almost all units work well with Neon. Using her turns will shorten her utility. So, like I said before, she has strong damage. So if you wanted her to be your main attacker in the team, she can absolutely do that. However, be aware, continually using her turns will shorten her BT effect. And while her BT effect is very long, you need that to be up in order for her to get the most use. And unless you want to use up her burst phase in resetting her BT effect, having her take as little turns as possible is kind of the ideal way to go. Her utility is best used when she's a third-party unit and not necessarily the damage dealer. And last but not least, she is a jack of all trades, but she is a master of none. She doesn't do damage damage. Rainbow damage, as great as it is, it's not completely necessary. You know, you have so many strong support units nowadays. More often than not, even when you're not doing rainbow damage, you're still going to be hitting max brave hits or max HP dumps. Rainbow damage is great, and I think it can have a lot of use in the team. It's by no means necessary. And once you have better options for different roles in your roster, in the roles themselves, Neon does great in them, but she's not the best in it. My should you pull rating of Neon is going to be an S-. For newer players, I think she's must grab essentially. She is going to do very well when you're building a roster, and she can fill so many different jobs. Again, she's not a master in any one particular skill. She doesn't do the most damage. And yeah, when you use her, you're gonna have to prioritize whether to make her as your attacker or your utility. Anyways, that's the video, you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Bye!